Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Live from Gene Autry Way, welcome to Angel Stadium. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Los Angeles Angels. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. These fans get to see their team at home for the first time this season, Singy, and they want to help create a spark for their squad.
Well, clearly there's no place like home, Boog. A few road games didn't go.
Okay, all set to go. Bryan Reynolds here. And that's fouled off.
Slider. Middle outside.
Here comes the 0-1. In the air, right side. Adell drifts towards it. One away. Here's the Pirates lineup now. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Connor Griffin in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings through that.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Spoils a two-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And they'll do it again.
Slider. Low inside.
Good job to fight that one off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
This one in the air, center field. Under it. And there's two down. Now at the plate, Nick York. Line drive and a base hit. So a two-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep.
Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
There's the strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next...
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. So one hit is all they get. Bottom half of inning number one coming up. No score. Christian Moore digs in now. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And a foul ball. Pitch misses there. Ball one. That one fouled off. Got him. One out. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Nope. Shadowell launched a homer in his most recent game. Ball two. Right through there for a strike. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Batting fourth.
So 2 down, stepping in, Zach Neto. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Catcher challenge. Will take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. So they've still got both their challenges. That pitch clips the outside corner. That is strike 2. Adele leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. We played an inning. No score. We move ahead to the top of the second now. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Sebastian Walcott.
Low outside.
Walcott measures 6 feet 4 inches, 190 pounds, and he's usually a shortstop, but today he's starting in the outfield.
Well, I didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
High outside.
Struck him out looking.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
The 0-1. On the ground to first. Shanuel takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down to the top of the second.
Batting 7th, first baseman Gavin Sheets.
Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Sheets went deep in his most recent game. And first offering is fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
2 down, nobody on. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
The 0-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Back in Anaheim, bottom of the inning. So in now for the Angels, number 3.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Check swing called strike. And it's 0-2.
Boog, our man Daryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
Ring him up, says Daryl Parker. That's a strikeout. Murphy throws to first in time and quickly one away in the second. Damian Aparicio, the next to hit. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Christian Robinson, the next to hit, takes ball one. Robinson working in new surroundings after getting selected in the Rule 5 draft in the offseason. Check swing, and he went. That's strike one.
Yeah, Rule 5 pickups can be so critical at times. Think of some of the players acquired that way. Johan Santana, Shane Victorino, even Hall of Famers like Hack Wilson and Roberto Clemente. He's got an opportunity now that he's with this new franchise.
No score here in the second. Off the outside edge with that one, and now it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the K, and he strikes out the side here in the second. Angels held in check. We'll move to the third with no score. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers.
Fastball, low inside.
Jake Mangum leading things off and takes the strike.
Those are the pitches that make you wonder if this offense is being too patient with their approach. Lots of fastballs in for strikes, not even a swing. They're more than capable of making contact with those pitches, so they need to let it fly.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Four-seam fastball, middle inside. Four-seam fastball, low inside.
And that one hammered out of here. A home run off the foul pole. He sends a rocket to left. The Pirates score first. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Now here is Andy Rodriguez. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. That one gets down for a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
Reynolds wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 1-1. Now there's a bullet down the line. And foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here's the shortstop at the plate. Connor Griffin. Fly to center his first time.
Four-seam
Traffic on the bases with one already in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. In the air on the infield. And the infield fly is called.
Up next for the Pirates, third baseman, Nick York.
Up next for the Pirates, Nick York. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
middle outside.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Out of here. A 3-run shot. It's their second home run of the inning. One down. Sean Murphy, the next Pirate to hit. No question about this one. It's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add a run. It's 5 zip.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in the lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz. He's 0 for 1.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Four-seam fastball.
2 down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Slider. Low outside.
In the air to left center. Robinson has a beat on it. And that is that. They had the long ball working 3 times for a total of 5 runs. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Pirates 5 and the Angels nothing. As we go to the last of the 3rd. So in now for the Angels, Kyren Paris. There's a swing and a miss. Close one. Doesn't get the call. Ball 1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Eliezer Alfonso in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a miss.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, try to climb the ladder.
And now the count is even.
Tough take right there. He swings at that more often than not.
That one missed. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Moore stands in now and watches strike one. Ball one there. Check swing, and he went. Yeah, the count 1-2. Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts. Angels go down 1-2-3. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back here at Angel Stadium as we go to the top of the fourth. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Slider. Middle inside.
That one pushed foul.
Slider. Low outside.
0-2 now. Just
that's low.
missed.
Slider. Low outside.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
The 1-2.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
And that one is lifted in the air. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Pirates.
And now Jake Mangum.
Low outside.
First pitch swinging.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Out towards right center field. 2 down.
Up next for Pittsburgh, the designated hitter, Endy Rodriguez.
To the plate now for Pittsburgh is the DH, Endy Rodriguez.
Low outside.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Middle outside.
Ball, that's inside.
Circle change. Low inside.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Slider. Low inside.
And that's
that's
off
in.
the inside edge. 2-2.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Stays alive.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
That one ripped right center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a double.
next for
That was
Pittsburgh.
exactly
Right
what you're
fielder,
looking to do with the
Ryan
pitch
Reynolds.
away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. Got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
So runner at second, 2 down. Ryan Reynolds, the next Pirate to hit, 1 for 2. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. So they can't do anything with a 2-out double. We're midway in the 4th. It's the Pirates 5 and the Angels nothing. Back in Anaheim. So in now for the Angels, Nolan Schanuel.
You know, these Angels, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Not close with that one. Ball 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Just outside. And that's ball 3. And that's another strikeout. 8 in a row. Unbelievable. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here's Joe Adell. And he's already singled in this game.
Joe Adell.
Check swing, but he went too far. Strike 1. The Buccos leading by 5. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. That's a little bit low.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
Got him. And that's 9 in a row.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
On the ground. And foul ball. The shortstop takes the ball. Rips that one center field. And that is that. Back.
You're out. 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 You're out. Ball 4. Take your base. 3. Out. 3. Out. You're out. Out. 3. Out. First base. Out. You're out. 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 That's ball 4. You're out. 3. Ball 4. Take your base. Out.
Back in Anaheim, we go to the ninth. Endy Rodriguez getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
Sinker. Middle outside.
Swings through that one for strike two.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Going 2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Low outside.
Liner caught at second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 down, bases empty. Connor Griffin, the next Pirate to hit. Out to short. Throws to first in time, and that's the 3rd out. Bucks go down quietly, but they're still in control. It's 7-0. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Right fielder, Joe Adell.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it. Got to be down in the zone with that 2-seamer if you're going to be effective with it.
And there's a foul ball. Two. Just misses with that one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Struck him out looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Really good battle right there, and that final pitch probably could have gone either way. He was hoping he'd get ball 4. Instead, the umpire rings him up for the backwards K.
At the plate, Zach Neto. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss. That one at 101. Strike 2. 1 down, base is empty here in the ninth. The shortstop takes the ball.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
What a stop. Fires to first, but it's
Safe,
not
he's
in
in.
time. Base hit.
Up next for the Angels, center fielder.
Here's the center fielder. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Man at first, one away. That one at triple digits.
Don't play situation here. He's been working up in the zone. Typically, you look for guys to get that ground ball. See if he adjusts on this next pitch.
Here's the 0-2. Swings through it for the K. Angels with only one out left.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Now pitching for Pittsburgh.
Pirates with a new arm on the
Number
mound,
41,
Luis Peralta.
Luis Peralta.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Angels down to their final out. Damian
Designated hitter,
Aparicio,
number
the next to
1.
hit for the Angels. Foul ball there. The Pirates up big in this one here in the last half of inning number 9. They're down to their final strike. Foul ball still 0-2. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The Halos with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails, locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
This one ends 7-0. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long